of these two teams. Brandon Wilson back deep, led the NFL in kickoff return average just last season, and he will play it from just inside his own 10-yard line. Wilson out across the 25, and will get Burrow and company. Actually, the most completions ever by a rookie quarterback. Burrow to the air to begin, and that is the tight end Drew Sample. Breaks the initial tackle, gets out across the 30. Mainstay here since they took him in the second round back in the 2013 draft. On 2nd and 4, here is Bernard. And that Cleveland defensive front wishing for the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year award. So Joe Woods, their defensive coordinator, pacing that Cleveland sideline. Burrow's third down pass behind his man, and it's caught. Little back shoulder throw to Aiden.
Between Burrow and Green, at least in the first 5 games of the season. Saw it a little bit start to happen last week, running slants, but that's the connection, Spiro, that they have to have.
Let's see who came across here first.
Encroachment, defense number 65. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Injury a couple of years ago, then last year missed the entire season with the torn ligaments in the ankle. Burrow evades the set, takes a shot deep into the end zone, and it's incomplete. And
takes a shot, but a great recovery by Denzel Ward.
Burrow, quick release, far side of the field. That is Tyler Boyd, and the Browns were right there to snuff it out for him. So we'll get a marker thrown. And this one is going to be against
Full start.
The Bengals.
Offense, number 83. 5-yard penalty, remains third down.
They try to get their second win of the season. 3rd and 12 after the penalty as Boyd comes off. Burrow this time protected, has time outside the seam, and it is caught. An impossible catch by Mike Thomas, going airborne.
Mike Thomas with a beautiful crossing route.
Burrow gets him up to the line of scrimmage quickly. 29-yard pass play as Burrow will just barely get back to the line of scrimmage.
Protected, and they were able to hit it.
2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground here to Bernard. Interestingly, this offense, before last,
they need more of that in this offense.
2nd pass of the drive, and this one's complete. Boyd will get inside the 5. Continues to be run by Burrow. Fake the handoff to Bernard, to the end zone, batted up in the air, and it's picked to the end zone. Bad break for the Bengals, and Cleveland there to take advantage. Goodson, the Browns' leader in tackles. Johnny on the spot. B.J. Goodson, the pick. As Baker Mayfield and company begin from inside their own 5-yard line. This is Kareem Hunt's 5th interception overall thrown by Burrow on the season. 2nd and 4. First attempt of the day from Mayfield, and he takes a shot, and that one isn't picked. Yes, it is. Darius Phillips. Low pass by Mayfield. Both quarterbacks have thrown a pick. Darius Phillips a moment ago, 24-yard return to get the ball back to Burrow. Quick cross over the middle. Football came loose. Was this ruled a fumble, or was Boyd down to the turf? And it looks like it will be ruled down. That's a Bengals first down.
Okay. Elbow
is being looked at over on the Cleveland sideline. So 2 huge pieces for the Browns. Burrow on first down, throwing back to the end zone, too high, intended for Boyd. And there's the marker thrown in the end zone. Kevin Johnson was there on the coverage, as Boyd continues to be the featured wide receiver early in this game by Burrow.
Pass interference, defense number 28. As a foul occurred in the end zone, ball is spotted at the 1-yard line. First down.
We heard Tony Corrente marks the football down at the 1-yard line. Burrow trying to lunge in. Can he get the push? Looks to be a little bit short, as they're going to mark him inches short of the end zone.
That's a lot to ask to try and pick up 2 yards on a quarterback sneak.
What does Zach Taylor call? He calls another sneak, and Burrow lunges inside No signal just yet. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Break and gets the Bengals into the end zone for the early lead.
A nice little push inside. You see the right guard, Alex Redmond. He kind of goes low. And you see Trey Hopkins, the center, goes high, and that's Jim.
And they just can ill afford to lose Treader, their starting center. Point after by Bullock, and he is right down for the Browns. Donovan Peoples-Jones back deep to receive as Randy Bullock boots it high into the air and watches this one sail through the back of the end.
On the run back, and then J.C. Treader. What a terrible sequence for the Browns.
Nightmare. Here's Hunt. Hunt breaking a tackle. What a run by Kareem Hunt to get out. This is where Mayfield has been better in his career. From the gun, he gives to Hunt. And that time tackled on the play by Jermaine Pratt. One. That's Landry in motion. Mayfield on second down. It's incomplete. Hunt just dropped it. This is where he's made his money on third down. Mayfield steps up, hit in the release, not even close. Incomplete. That pressure is going to continue to ratchet up on Baker Mayfield's shoulders as this offense continues to struggle. This one is going to be played by Alex Arison, and he is going back.
Number 20 of the kicking team went out of bounds during the kick. This 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the spot where the ball was snapped from. 5-yard.
20-yard line. Erickson from his own 15 takes a hard hit right around the 20, and he gets out close to the 25-yard line. Tay Davis on that hard hit.
Have to make an effort to get back in.
It'll be Cincinnati's ball.
All right, so they decide to pick back in that 1988 season. Here's Burrow and the Cincinnati offense starting from their own 25. That pass, boy, nearly intercepted. Said they were both actually in the hospital last Sunday night receiving their CT scans together, commiserating about their injuries. Quick delivery here. That is Drew Sample on his second catch.
5 times in this game.
There's Bernard running around that left side of the offense.
6 or 7 yards, so to me that was just as good of a run.
Burrow the fake. Second down pass is caught. That's Boyd. That'll be his 4th reception already. He's been targeted 5 times, and now a late penalty.
Personal foul. Defense number 96. Lowering the head to initiate contact. 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play. First down.
Boy, that's Vincent Taylor, and just a killer for Cleveland.
You can see him coming right at the end. After and pressure quarterbacks this season, especially with Garrett and Vernon up front, and Burrow's getting the ball out of his hands real quickly again today.
Burrow protected well, first down. Pass is caught, Thomas. Oh, now they say incomplete. Play clock down to 1. Here they come. Garrett, football is loose. Who's got it? It's still loose, far side of the field. And they say Cleveland recovers the football. It's Roddy Harrison.
Play on the field. Goal to fumble. Recovered by Cleveland.
So I have his body. 35-yard line. You got to make something happen on this drive.
It's been a pretty disastrous start for Mayfield in this offense so far. Can they capitalize on this opportunity as they begin inside the Bengals 35? Hunt getting that pile running. First down run and more. Long setback is Hunt. Man in motion is the rookie tight end Bryant. Hunt on first down trying to find the edge. Terrific push by that Cincinnati front.
Dub weren't getting touched until they were 6 or 7 yards into that secondary.
Tough second and long situation here. Mayfield puts some air under it. Far side incomplete.
On safeties and linebackers in the passing game.
Not too many in the book for 3rd and 13. Mayfield throws a bullet, deflected, incomplete. He's made 10 straight from 40 plus. This one from 42, and it is things here in the Queen City. 42-yard field goal by Cody Parkey to get the Cleveland Browns on the board. 7-3 Cincinnati. Boy, Wilson gets blown up, still on his feet somehow. And he takes some punishing hits. He'll keep it on the ground to Bernard out across the 25, close to the 27 yards on that game, and the others around the NFL week number 7. No, the question now, Adam,
The quick passing game, because you have to anticipate. That's not Burrow.
Could be a free play for Burrow. Throws it near side of the field. It is complete. A.J. Green, second comebacker, back shoulder connection between him and Burrow. There is a marker thrown as we saw that movement pre-snap.
Outside, defense number 98. This penalty is declined. The result to the play is a first down.
29th in the NFL in that category. Cincinnati has it to begin the second. Little check down. Bernard! What a dual threat he's been. A big first down catch and run by Gio Bernard.
Has all the room he needs to make that big play.
Burrow faking the handoff and then a high delivery fielded by A.J. Green. Looking down at that play sheet, no Joe Mixon today. One play call. This is Samaje Perine. Okay.
Those are key components in the way that Kevin Stefanski likes to use his scheme.
Over to the Bengals go here. 3rd and short. Boyd. Can he get to that first down marker? Looks to have it there.
Tyler Boyd do the rest.
See Boyd's numbers. Low snap. Burrow had to go down low for it. Here's Perine. Taking on a tackler. Forced out of bounds.
With the football under pressure.
On 2nd and 7. Under pressure again to the end zone. Incomplete. See, the Bengals have been perfect so far on 3rd down. Where do they go here on 3rd and 7? Here comes Cleveland. Free blitzer, and they get to Burrow. The rookie never
executed blitz by Joe Woods' defense.
37-yard chip shot attempt by Randy Bullock. And this one, already some key injuries to pass along. Odell Beckham Jr. going down with a knee injury earlier. His day is over. As Baker
throw the football. They've done an outstanding job on these receivers.
So the keys pieces missing. Landry, his first big play of the day. Landry breaking tackles. Inside.
They need more yards after the catch in their offense. That has been missing this year.
Little misdirection play. Landry, boy, dangerous little flick. It's Hunt. Cincinnati was not fooled. Right side of that. And they need that kind of composure in a week like this after the blowout loss in Pittsburgh last Sunday. Hunt on the pitch, finds the edge. And he's still going. Look at Hunt churning those yards out.
Offensive line and the downhill power of Kareem Hunt.
Higgins in motion. Back to the well and Hunt. You know, maybe the biggest aid that they... Little delayed handoff. This is Johnson. Came out of obscure.
Most successful.
Browns last week in Pittsburgh were 1 for 12 on 3rd down. And it's an 0 for so far, and this one could be coming back.
False start.
See if Tony Correnti changes his call here.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 96. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
Boy, I was going to say offside Cleveland. Instead, it's on Dunlap. Huge call.
Right here, does he lean in ever so slightly? Just a little jump, and that is what...
He has drawn the ire of the coaching staff. Has kind of gone rogue a little bit. We'll get into that as the day goes on. Landry breaking the initial tackle of Marcus Hunt. Hunt giving chase, and Landry going nowhere. Hunt's first 4 years of his career here in Cincy, cut last week by the Saints. Mayfield, wide open pass, finds Higgins at the 8th play of the drive. that began at their own 25-yard line. Another misdirection play, end around, it's Landry. First down, Cleveland. Fresh set of downs for the Browns as they snap it from the Cincy 11. Hunt buried.
In some penetration and stopping those zone runs.
Finds the free agent acquisition coming over from Baltimore in the offseason. Landry, little bubble screen action, has blockers, and he's inside the 5.
To Kareem Hunt. But it's stacked up there.
Mayfield, end zone, caught, touchdown. And how badly did they need that?
Got to keep your leverage. Von Bell is playing outside. Just stay outside. Your help's in here. Stay outside, but Bryant attacks the outside shoulder, breaks it out. You got a nice
second touchdown catch of the season for the rookie. 4th-round pick out of Florida Atlantic. Harrison Bryant to get Cleveland into the end zone for the first time today. We're tied at 10. Today, led by the team's general managers and coaches. Terrific community initiatives by those franchises. The injuries that they've had to deal with up front. And so Fred Johnson takes his place, protecting that blind side from Burrow. Quick delivery. First really been playing well, protecting that blind side for Burrow, but now they continue to evaluate that neck injury. Burrow protected well, puts some air under it, it's caught! Right back to the rookie Higgins for just under 100 yards. Burrow, another quick strike. This is Bernard out of the...
Bringing pressure, and they are playing these receivers tight.
On 2nd and 5, here they come again on a blitz. Low pass, boy, what a catch by Bernard. Here he is on the catch and run. Marker throwing, Bernard showing the wheels again.
Perfect play call. Again, the blitz, and then you're going to bring the screen.
During the run, illegal block in the back. Offense, number 85. 10-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
Look at that. You have a caravan of... Did you see the block in the back?
Now, the officials say it's T. Higgins right here.
Yeah.
Block in the back of deadline. I don't like when you put me out.
I feel like I'm in the middle of a debate.
That pass by Burrow high. It's fielded, played well by A.J. Green.
Starting to get more comfortable.
4 catches for Green, 56 yards. Burrow delivers a strike, this time to Boyd. Inside the cleave for a concussion, so Billy Price is now into the game at center. 39 seconds. Bengals trying to go for that quarterback sneak, and they have the first down and more with Burrow. That is a bit less than what Burrow was used to at Ohio State and LSU. Or does he go here on 1st and goal? Burrow flushed out of the pocket. Here comes Garrett giving chase. 2nd sack for Garrett.
Yeah.
Thinking maybe to take a shot at the end zone. Burrow from the gun. This time protected to the end zone. Is it caught? Yes, it is. It's Boyd. Touchdown. Incredible.
Oh, boy.
Burrow threading the needle for the Bengals.
Oh, the tightest of windows. Not afraid.
In traffic, going to the ground. We'll take another look at it here after the point after attempt by Randy Bullock. But just an incredible pass and confidence by Burrow to throw it in there in a very tight space. As they get Indy, and they've got a 7-point lead.
Have you really seen Burrow miss much? I mean, the ball is coming out with such zip and precision. It's tough to stop.
Burrow is 20 of 25, 234 yards, day in which he's been sacked 4 times. We still have another half left. Just continues to face that pressure.
With how many offensive linemen out?
All kinds of injuries in front of him. Burrow finishes the half with 7 straight completions. And you see the 20 of 25, 234 yards. That's a pretty good stat line for a game, let alone
passing game. See if they go back to that here to start the 3rd quarter.
180.
Browns begin the 3rd quarter with play action. Mayfield to the air, wide open is Bryant. Here comes the rookie tight end. He's still going. All the way down.
How Baker Mayfield wants to start the 2nd half.
Here's Hunt. Browns still without Nick. Mayfield back to the air. 2nd down pass. 1st down and more. Landry Told you earlier they spent that Sunday night both in the hospital in the same room as they were getting their CT scans done. Landry said he's been playing with some padding on that rib, a little bit too bulky for his liking. Starting to put his imprint on this game. Njoku on the catch.
He came out flat in the third and fourth quarter.
Hunt on 2nd and 6. Disparaged him the last couple of weeks.
And this, you've got to do some things to make this secondary pass off some routes and communicate. That's where they've had trouble.
Mayfield's pass is caught. First down, Bryant. And Bryant again breaking tackles in the opener. John Mackey Award winner, #1 tight end in college football last season. Fresh set of downs. Hunt, boy, that initial juke maneuver. That Baker is the guy. How does he fight through this adversity with the Browns in a 7-point hold? Hunt. Good push. But
situation, make them play off and pass off some routes and picks and stacks like they're doing right here.
Baker, end zone caught. Bryant for the touchdown.
Just a great answer drive and what Baker Mayfield needed. Looks off to the left, clears out the linebacker. There's nobody to help, and then just rips it to his tight end. That's the way to
smile. We've seen Baker crack the last couple of weeks. It has been such a tough road for him. Banged around, the injury, all the interceptions, taking his lumps with the media in Cleveland and rightfully north. Browns saw their 4-game winning streak abruptly halted last Sunday in Pittsburgh. Last time they looked, Jonah Williams, neck done for the day, as is Trey Hopkins. So 2 starters on their offensive line are out. An offense already without Joe Mixon. His
boy for a number of years now has just had a hard time staying together and playing well.
Boy, terrific pickup on the blitz. You saw that crunching block. What a play by Burrow.
Just spot his receiver coming open over the sideline.
Play action from Burrow. Rolls out, finds Sample, the tight end. Adam, you were involved in a couple. Nothing about watching this kid tells you he's a rookie quarterback.
Nothing.
Here comes a free blitzer. Burrow, marker thrown. It was Kevin Johnson coming hard. And Johnson was untouched.
Holding, offense, number 53, 10-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
And you see that tug to the turf by Billy Price. Well, that was Garrett who came across early.
Neutral zone infraction, defense number 95, 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
Adam, you talked about how quickly he comes off the ball on the snap. Sometimes a little bit too quickly.
A little too quickly.
In plus games.
Both his sacks have come over from the right side, but on this drive he's on the left.
Burrow, that's his 10th completion in a row. It's AJ.
In this game, they've won those battles against the Cleveland secondary, and that really, to me, is the difference.
Burrow fumbles the snap, falls at it. Oh, and boy, that's going to turn out to be a pretty decent play for Cincinnati.
Somebody outside of Garrett has to make a play. Linebacker, safety, you got to break up a pass, but somebody has to make a play. It's only been Myles Garrett.
Boyd going to throw it to Bernard. Some trickery from the Bengals. Bernard breaking free. All the way down, up 16 yards. Fresh set of downs as they work just outside the 21. Higgins around the end and forced out of bounds.
Has been the big problem. So they're giving him a lot of different looks to try and get him from not being able to just tee off and jump the snap count.
Here's Bernard.
Because if you think
Dutch, you have to contend with in this division.
So now they got Garrett inside. Right here, lined up against the right guard.
Bengals will keep it on the ground. And he will get barely to the 9-yard line. And that's There's Joe Woods, Cleveland's defensive coordinator. Burrow's pass is caught. Boyd, well short of the end zone, tackled right at the 5-yard line.
I was going to attack.
What did Zach Taylor tell us? We need touchdowns, not field goals. There's too many of these drives that have ended with 3 points.
Now they're playing man-to-man. Watch the outside.
Burrow bobbles it to the end zone, incomplete. Boy, AJ.
And you're forcing the field goal instead of giving up a touchdown.
That ends a string of 11 straight completions by Burrow. Boy, a terrific play by Burrow to get it where it needed to be after the bobble.
And he had it in his hands, too. It's just great play by Ward.
We've seen AJ make so many of those tough catches in his career as he continues to try to get himself
coverage down the field. And now they went to a quick passing game, and that has suited Baker Mayfield well.
We begin this drive with a pitch to Hunt. On trying to bounce it to the outside, tackle just short of the.
Hey, push it, 5-7.
Play action. Mayfield throwing the run, complete. Landry
getting off the field on 3rd down.
Couldn't protect that big 21-0 lead last week in Indy. How do they fare down the stretch? Markey's throwing, could be a free play. Donovan Peoples-Jones. That would have been a miraculous catch as he works on Phillips. Could there have been someone lined up in the neutral zone here? Here's Tony Correnti.
Defense number 58, lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty will create a 1st down.
Carl Lawson, you could plainly see it. Now, that's just... Boy, on 3rd
straight start for, make it 3rd straight start for Lawson at defensive end. Of course, no Sam Hubbard again for the Bengals. Hunt's going nowhere. Barely game. Bell, a starter in New Orleans most of the last 4 years, signed that big free agent contract in the offseason. Baker, this is his 12th straight completion. Hunt on the check down. Back on track after that blowout loss last Sunday in Pittsburgh. 3rd and 4. Big play to begin the 4th quarter. Mayfield. Far side. It is caught. Higgins. 1st down, Cleveland.
It's a different Baker Mayfield than we saw in the 1st quarter.
Play action from Mayfield. He's been so good on these plays. Higgins again. Hunt keeps those legs churning, gets down to the close to the 15-yard line. Certainly the running game and some of the offensive weapons that Mayfield has at his disposal. Mayfield to the end zone. Is it a catch? Yes. Njoku. Sensational grab by Njoku.
You cannot vacate the middle of the field. Von Bell is one-on-one with Njoku, and he needs to have a free safety in the middle of the field to help. Jesse Bates comes down. The free safety, there's nobody there. Somebody's got to be in the middle of the field. Sacred territory between those hash marks.
Point after by Parkey. And what? And he's got the Cleveland Browns back in front, 24-20. And boy, that last hold by Cleveland's defense looms large. It held Cincinnati to a field goal. And that set the table for Mayfield and the...
Get the chips.
Well, the Bengals kind of jumped the gun on us. They run a play before we come back, and they complete. Burrow to A.J. Green. You have to start winning these close games.
Yep.
What a huge win this would be in the division as they play here down 4. Burrow completes again, this time to the rookie Higgins.
Joe Woods continues to bring pressure, and Joe Burrow is doing a pretty good job. I still think pressure has to be a big part of his package. They can't afford to just stay in soft zone and let him bust, either at linebacker or in the secondary. Last week they were hurt badly on the blitz. They've been more sound today. They haven't given up any big plays, but they still really haven't been able to get to Burrow.
Burrow completes here. That's the tight end, Drew Sample. This will be another Cincinnati 1st down. His last 16 attempts.
If you're the Browns and you see no backs in the backfield, short because the ball has to come out.
Burrow again, quick strike. This one, boy, nearly picked. My goodness, Terrence Mitchell had it right in his fingertips.
Oh, man, the agony. What a gift. And that's the play. Page, and it just doesn't get any easier for a defensive back than that one.
Joe Burrow gift-wrapped him a potential pick. We'll see if that play doesn't come back to bite Cleveland. 2nd and 10. Burrow's going to tuck it away and run. Inside Browns territory, runs out of bounds at the 42. That's a first down run for Burrow.
After the conclusion of the play, there are personal fouls against both teams. The play will stand as a first down. Personal foul, offense number 85. Personal foul, defense number 21. These penalties offset after the play was over. The result of the play stands, first down.
So offsetting penalties against Higgins and Ward, but the first down run by Burrow stands.
Sometimes when you blitz and then you play man behind it, if the blitz doesn't get there, then the middle of the field is wide open. Oh, well, they did.
Well, Ward's lucky he didn't get more there and potentially thrown out of the game. Such a big piece for this Cleveland defense. Burrow again under duress. That pass. Boy, broken up. Dangerous throw by Burrow again. Here comes the blitz. Looks like Ward. Burrow gets it out again. That is Drew Sample. On first down, Burrow protected this time. Throws it across his body. Wobbly pass into the end zone, and it's incomplete for a couple of extra defenders on the line of scrimmage, and it looks like Cincinnati calls a timeout. He the true icons of pro football. 9:35 to play, fourth quarter. Can Burrow get the Bengals back into the end zone? Green breaking a tackle, and that appears to be, and it is, a Cincinnati first down. But one that he has made so many times in his career, nonetheless. As we cross the 9-minute mark, Burrow fakes the handoff, throwing to the end zone, incomplete. Looking for Sample.
But what a recovery it was.
Just those little split-second differences so huge in the NFL. 2nd and 10, Burrow over the middle. Higgins breaking free, and Cincinnati back in front.
You catch this in the middle of the field. Watch Higgins, 85. He comes in the middle of the field, and it looked like Cleveland just stopped. Boy, Sheldrick Redwine had it.
Higgins, fresh off the biggest game of his burgeoning career last week. 125 yards in the loss in Indianapolis. Had that big 67-yard catch. And the Cincinnati Bengals have retaken the lead, up 3 with 8:45 left in regulation. And it looks like the Bengals are going to be in another close game here down the stretch. Evans idle as week 7 comes down the home stretch. Play action from Mayfield to the air. Higgins. And Rashard Higgins.
One difference is the fact that in this game, the Bengals haven't been able to pressure him. You contrast that to last week. The Bengals have to find a way to pressure Mayfield.
Hunt going left. He's got some room. Hunt. First down, Browns.
Harrison Bryant making an impact in the second half as well.
Landry. We know he can throw it. Letting her rip far side, and there is Peoples-Jones right on cue. His first catch.
Sore lat. That'll stick with you a long time.
That's a tough throw to make with a cracked rib. But Landry gritting his way through. Hunt taking on tacklers. What a collision between Hunt and Bell.
If your team close it out, they haven't been able to consistently make that play to close out games.
Mayfield underneath Hunt in the flat, breaking the initial tackle, and boy, Hunt so good down the...
Unless somebody on this defense can step up, make a play, and help finish a football game in the fourth quarter.
Hunt approaching 100 yards from scrimmage. Again, breaks the initial tackle inside the 10, close to the 8. 2nd and 7. Mayfield back to Hunt, and he will waltz in. And the Cleveland Browns have retaken the lead into the fourth.
You cannot get picked. Look at this linebacker. I believe that's Jermaine Pratt. He doesn't get over the top of the tight end. He goes downhill, runs into the tight end, and that's an easy walk into the end zone for Kareem Hunt. To the running back out in the flat.
Look at Baker Mayfield, 18 straight. Joe Burrow, back and forth game between him and Baker Mayfield. A couple of four. How does Burrow and the Cincinnati offense respond? Burrow to the air, it's caught. That's the drive starter they were looking for. T. Higgins, who had the touchdown. And that's a big loss now for Burrow and this offense, at least for the moment. First and 10 from their own 37. Burrow completes again. Here's Boyd breaking a tackle. Boyd inside Cleveland territory. Tackle.
Great routes for the Bengals.
Fresh set of downs. Burrow rolls out, feels the pressure, completes again. It's Thomas inside the 25. First down, Cincinnati.
Coming open in the middle of the field.
You see multiple flags. The Cleveland defenders pointing in Cincinnati's
Full
direction.
Start. Offense number 74. 5-yard penalty remains. First down.
That's Fred.
A little bit. It's it's swirling.
Now marks him back to the 28-yard line. First down pass. Burrow taking a chance. Far side of the field looking for A.J. Green. Second and 15. Burrow protected this time. Completes. Here's Boyd. Down to the 20-yard line.
And close out a game in the fourth quarter.
Massive 3rd and 6. Well, could this be another false start penalty on the Bengals? Oh, boy.
Offense number 53. 5-yard penalty remains. Third down.
I didn't quite see
Late movement.
The price is wrong.
3rd and 11. As they will
You got to
snap
go.
this one from the
You got to watch the middle of the field.
24-yard line. Burrow's going to run for it. Needs 11. Boy, he is there. First down, Cincinnati.
They expected that play.
First and 10, Cincinnati from the Cleveland 12. On the ground to Bernard. Inside the 10. He's got that pile moving down close to the 6.
A lot of height for the one-on-one ball.
Bernard just back to the line of scrimmage. Adeniji, by the way, field split towards the bottom of your picture on 3rd and 3. Burrow, RPO, Bernard inside the 5. They needed the 2 for the first down. Olivier Vernon on the tackle. And it appears as though they are short. Biggest play of the season for the Bengals. Bernard in motion, play action, Burrow throwing, caught, Bernard, touchdown! And Cincinnati.
Boy, what a good play call. Bernard comes in motion, and then he's going to just sprint. And this linebacker, or excuse me, that safety, Sendejo, has to get over the top. It's just a foot race.
3 touchdown passes, including that one to Gio Bernard. And the Cincinnati Bengals have a 3-point lead. No timeouts for the Browns. 1:06. I have to think they'll get this with just under a minute left if they do return, as they will let it bounce through the end zone.
And the question to me is, Cincinnati defensively, are you going to play soft like you do in these situations, or are you going to be aggressive and make Cleveland make the play on offense.
Mayfield under pressure, somehow gets it off and completes. That's Donovan Peoples-Jones.
For Mayfield is under pressure, keeps it alive and makes the play. Brilliant.
Mayfield back to the air, slinging it near side of the field, and this one is caught. The officials are going to go back and take a look at this. Looked like he was tackled inbounds, down by contact. Didn't look like he's touched there. And then kind of rolls towards that sideline. So an interesting play here as Higgins with a terrific. Let's get the call here first from Tony Correnti.
After review, the ruling on the field stands as a completed catch. The runner out of bounds. First down.
20 straight completions for Mayfield. Looking for more. Taking a shot. Up the far side. It's caught. Miraculous catch by Higgins. Field goal.
You got to watch Landry down the seam.
Mayfield towards the end zone. It is caught. Was he in? Yes. Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Just incredible. Boy, Darius Phillips, just when he turns his head. 1, 2, what an incredible sequence. First it was Rashard Higgins. Then it was the rookie, Donovan Peoples-Jones. Unbelievable.
In the NFL. Just incredible. Point after by Parkey is no good. My goodness, ridiculous.
How about how Mayfield has just straight turned it around?
Well, you saw Carlos Dunlap, perhaps some tensions boiling over. There's a run back by Bernard, and he's out across the 40-yard line. He's
on the vertical routes outside, incredible.
Burrow's going to wind it up. Try to get that one as far down towards the end zone as he can. Towards the 5, it's deflected.
That was close.
And this one is over. The Cleveland Browns will survive and win it here in Cincinnati. And the hero, Donovan Peoples-Jones. And boy, you could almost hear that gasp from the Browns sideline from up here.
What a battle. What an entertaining football game for these two football teams. And again, the Bengals played extremely well today. Again, just can't figure out a way to close it out.